Gentlemen, welcome back to the shop. All right, so I'm revisiting the 80 amp test that I did previously because I don't know if you remember the other videos. I was saying I was wondering why did one motor heat up, one side of the unity heated up faster than the other, and I said something about maybe there's a MOSFET that's not in the circuit, and I'll have to investigate. Well, all right, so I investigated right now, and there's is actually a MOSFET. This MOSFET here actually got shifted during my reflow, so that's actually quite an interesting find because that means in manufacturing during our testing, what we'll do is we'll do an open loop test and we'll check the slope of each thermistor. So if the slope is too steep, we know that we have a fault somewhere. We're missing a MOSFET inside the circuit. So anyway, so that's just a good find, actually. So that fuck up will be useful. So all right, open loop 80 amps, contact. We'll just see how long it takes for it to hit the thermal throttling. So yeah, so far I really like this unit. So okay, so sorry I'm not calling out the numbers. So right now I have FET1 is at 54, FET2 is at 53, climbing. The case right now is at 30. Do you see that in the shot? Yeah, you do. 30. FET 160, FET 258, close enough. 64, FET 1, FET 2, 63. They're following each other very closely. So if I go into the temperature, you see now they're both slopes are nice and parallel to each other. So when during manufacturing, we'll do this test, not for as long as I'm doing it now, just so we could get a good sample. But if there's something wrong, we're able to quantify this slope. So if the slope is higher, we'll be able to fail that unit and say, hey, that's not going into out in the wild. Figure out what the problem is. Well, we'll tell them, hey, there's a FET missing. Alright, so I'm about to hit 80 degrees on FET 1, 80 degrees on FET 2. So, everyone, yeah, they're nice and parallel. Okay, so now FET 1 started to throttle a bit, and you see now it's going to catch up to FET 2. And FET 2 is throttling now also. So, that's interesting. I mean, how long did that take? I don't know. But that's a pretty damn steep hill that you just rode up. If you rode up, yeah. I mean, in practice, that's basically what's happening. That's like a minute long, 2 minutes. I'll look at the numbers. It was over a good minute, I think. So that was pretty good test. So now I'm completely throttled at 60 amps. I mean, yeah, I tried to do a ghetto heatsink, still not as good. So basically, I've ran it before, like at 70 amps and 70 amps all day. Now I guess I'm just trying to throttle down. We'll probably go back up again once temperature's been stabilized enough. All right.